It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And here we go from LA. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers take a 6-0 lead right away. So some fireworks there to start this ball game, Brock. One play, and we already have our first touchdown.
And this just may be the kind of game it's going to turn out to be. Both teams have such quick strike ability. But, boy, on the other side of the field, the coaches have to be wondering, why? Why this team wasn't ready to go? That's a big letdown to begin a football game.
Yeah, no doubt. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Give on 2nd to Kamara. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Grouping adds the extra point. And the Saints respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st down, Hurts finds his man Gray. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Davis, the motion man right. Here's 2nd and 7. He lets one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Working quickly here. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers break the tie here in the 1st. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
We send a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Flush out now to his left. He's running for it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Takes it in at the 21. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. New series coming up following the punt. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts looking to throw. Completes this one to Gray. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 39. Shakes himself free. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll come up 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. First down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 13-point lead. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Kamara. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life. And timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They go play action on first. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Another try following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juste picks it off. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. This throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of...
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They give to Camaro, left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. That's taken on the 7. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Chargers beginning their drive here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Hauled in by Gray. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Thrown on the run, deep down that left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Davis, the motion man right. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. He's trying to go deep again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
On third down, it's Hurts. Escapes out to the left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. They're set up at the 35 now. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Zach Bond with the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 37. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chargers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block, and then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He's on the move. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Saints 7.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Getting out to his left. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Handoff headed right, Kamara. And that's good for a gain of 5. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket. You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Quick pass left side. Breaks through, and he might break away. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets him the first on fourth down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as a play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain. That feels like a sack for those defenders.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow. Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to Harris to start the half. And he gets him around 6 there. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground with Harris. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Davis there to grab it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Harris. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Harris once more. And they take him down right along the 30. Pickup of 2 here. And the Chargers will have a first.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They give to Harris from the gun. Oh, he trucked that defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 3 brings up second
Harris.
and goal.
And he takes it into the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Chargers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Najee Harris, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. This, our last play of the quarter. This is Kamara, and they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the... Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing is Willis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Starts his return from the 23. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Chargers take possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 11. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's a short gain of 1. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
On first down, Hurts. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll come up first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Brought in right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Trying to run in, Harris. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Chargers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Najee Harris, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers tack on 7 more to their lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Willis. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. To throw, here's Willis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. This was a miss hit, Brock, low and pretty short. And they left some meat on the bone with that kick. It spits out short of the 40. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, give to Harris. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers nearing their 6th win this season. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Chargers are running them out of the building. Len McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers continue adding on to that lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Willis now. It's caught left side by Hill. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Willis to the air. Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Benjamin St. Juice picks it off. And the Chargers get it back after making their third first-half interception. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. First down throwing for Hurts. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lat McConkey. And it sets up second down. Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with third and long. Hurts throwing again. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Chargers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And stay for a few moments.